KFUG Community Radio, 101.1 FM online, kfugradio.org. King of the Hill, music of the Minutemen there by Sparklepsy. That from a wonderful compilation that we have entitled, I heard a squeak. Every door in this house squeaks. Paul Kritz with you. The show is Everything is Fine, everybody. And as we spoke earlier with Monique Camarena of Redwood Voice, we're back to speak more with Monique, and this time joined by Greg Goode.
Yay.
How you doing?
Hey, I am doing great, Paul, and thanks so much for getting me on.
Oh, it's wonderful to do this kind of thing, share this sort of information, and get butts in the seats when you guys perform.
That's right. All about building community, and you know, from KFUG to the choir to the symphony, just so many things going on community-wise in this town.
Exactly. So tell us about the North Coast. Is it North Coast Chorale?
Yeah.
North Coast Chorale, yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of things. Community choir. I'm just. What's the official name?
Yeah, North Coast Chorale. We've
go.
been around for, I think this is year 16.
Wow. Okay.
I'm going to hand it over to Monique on that because she's been in the group for a while.
For most of that time,
she's got the insider point of
I
view.
thought you were going to talk about it. North
Just a
Coast
little bit.
Chorale.
I'll fill in.
Oh, well, that's most of my life, that 16 years. But, well, I came in, like I was telling you, came in like 2018 with your kids' choir, with the youth choir. And then 2019, I joined the North Coast Chorale. And then COVID happened. And now we're back since 2022.
Yeah. Back
Keep
at
doing that. Yeah.
So North Coast Chorale started as a class actually from College of the Redwoods.
Oh, wow.
16 years ago, and then just kind of got bigger and bigger, and so eventually then CR decided to not run any music camp classes in person off campus, so we formed our own 3013C corporation called Pacific Music Guild to help fund arts programs in the community. And the first one of those, kind of the driving force behind that, was North Coast Chorale. Christy Lynn Russ was the director at that time, and we've just been going at it, a fall season and a spring season session, fall session, spring session every year for those last, I think it's now 16 years.
Have you been involved for all of those 16 years?
Actually, yes. I've been in the group ever since it started. I'm trying to think. There's one semester I missed.
Oh, really?
I think. I get told by the other long-termers there that, oh, well, you're not really quite.
Oh, you're down on the totem pole.
Because I missed one. They were going to go to Germany one tour, and I couldn't go, so I was like, well, I guess I'm not going to sing that semester. I did still drop in and sing a little bit, but not too much. So it was nice for me because I've done choirs and been directing them my whole life or my whole career.
When did you get started?
It was nice for me to just sing in the group.
How did you get started directing choir?
That's a really good question. I mean, just in college, I was singing. I was sang as a student in high school. Well, grade school actually started with special choirs, and then as I went into college at Ashland, then I basically started narrowing it down to a music degree, and kind of went to Ashland as a musical theater major, and I was putting my own program together because those two departments weren't really joined in any way at that time.
Really?
Yeah, who would think?
That's weird.
There was a theater department, there was a music department. Trying to put the two together was like a juggling match.
Oh, wow.
So I did that through my time there, and then right when I got out of college there, the prison was opening here, so there was a big demand for new teachers, and that's when my wife and I started working here, and taught music here in Crescent City for 17 years basically.
Where?
And all over. Yeah. I was a grade school music teacher mostly, so I was doing K through 8 at Redwood mostly.
Okay.
And then later on that shifted to more toward Pine Grove, but I think I've taught at every school except Joe Hamilton and Mary Peacock.
Oh, wow.
That's where I went.
I think I missed
weren't
those.
there.
No, I did teach at Joe Hamilton for a little while. So I think other than Mary Peacock and maybe Klamath, I think I've taught everywhere else, Mountain, Smith River, so that.
Wow, right.
And then some things switched around for me, and I decided it was time to do more just vocal, and I taught in Brookings and did vocal music there for another, I think, 12 years.
Wow, okay. Okay. That's quite a resume. That's a lot of work.
Was doing all the high school program there for a while, band and choir and some strings.
Oh my God.
So,
Right.
you know,
Isn't that a lot?
I've been around a while and waved my arms for a lot of a lot of arm waving.
Well, tell us about this I'm sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean
So
to interrupt.
Chorale then took over, and then over time I shifted my job from teaching in the public school and started teaching at the prison, and now I teach high school diploma and GED program out at the prison.
Oh, wow, okay.
But my real love and my real career to me is still music and kids and getting people singing in the community, and it's just a way of giving back to the community that people. It's one thing we live here and we forget just how much we get from the community, I think, sometimes, because we're surrounded by beauty all the time. We're surrounded by, you know, basically people who are kind and good and going about their business without too much interference. And it's nice to be able to give back. So that's why that's been a focus for me.
I've been an instructor out at the prison too, so I have to ask: any drive or perhaps a goal to have to get to a choir program going out there for inmates? I can't imagine there's any shortage of talent, at least from the
Oh yeah, I'm sure there
I've
is.
seen.
You know, I have thought about it for a lot of time and was very much considering starting a group out there at one time. Currently, they've changed sort of. So those groups are run through what's called the community resource manager.
Right.
A lot of you guys out there probably know Robert Lasacco. Used to
Yep.
be him. He's now retired, so there's a new person there.
He went to Star Trek retirement, did he?
Yeah,
Is that what happened?
I think so. I think so. He's living long and prospering, no doubt.
Yeah, that's it.
So much more so than me. And so then the new rules kind of flipped around, and if you were doing one of those self-help groups and you were a non-custody person, you could keep doing it, but I had lapsed. I had done some and then I'd lapsed, and so I no longer was involved. So now currently I can't sign up to do those again because it's a kind of a conflict of interest as
I get
the
you.
state
Sure,
claims.
sure,
So
sure.
you can work there, or you can do, like, custody people can do self-help groups because they're not related to their job, but what they're trying to avoid is people doing self-help groups that interfere with their job or
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
so
yeah.
me teaching a class when I already work in education,
Right.
teachers are kind of on the off list for a while. Maybe that'll change though. As around here, that's hard to do because it's such a small community.
Yeah.
That, you know, the state doesn't always realize, well, we don't have another 200 people to pull
Right,
from. We don't
right.
have grad students
Conflicts
that need
of
a
interest
job.
are how
We
you
don't
get
have-
things done.
Yeah, exactly. Sharing students, yeah, we do that all the time. So.
All right. Well, Monique has questions.
yeah.
She wanted to.
Well, I just wanted to know. So Christy Lynn, how long was she the director?
I think 14, let's say 14 and a half years.
14 years, and then I think she went through a lot of like medical issues the past couple seasons.
Yeah.
And then now Greg has taken over. So I wanted to know what's it been like since the past couple. Has it been 2 years? Since you
It was
started
a year
fully?
ago spring. So,
Oh, yeah.
I started a year ago January.
Yeah.
Christy Lynn had started that session off in January. She
Oh,
had knee
yes.
surgery.
Yeah.
Right.
And just wasn't going to make it back in time for the knee surgery, she felt like, so I filled in and finished that season. And then, you know, she found out how much fun it was to just sing in the group and not direct the group. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, her and I, we had talked about it for
Wait.
prior to that
So she's
before.
back in the group?
She sings in the group.
Wow,
Yeah,
you got the old
Like, she handed
switcheroo
me the
right there.
baton and said, "Here, all the responsibility is yours, but I still want to sing. So, you know,
Nice.
you wave your arms and I sing now."
Yeah.
So it's a great deal. I love having her there. By the way, we've been good friends for a long, long time.
Oh, wildly talented
and
person too.
such a talented person,
Yeah.
and just such a joyful person to be around. So that's all worked out good.
Good,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Do I miss singing in the
Yeah.
group? Yes, I do. I still go. We do sectionals. You know, every so often we'll have a tenor bass sectional, and I'll go sing at the sectional.
Oh, okay.
Just to keep myself
That's good.
singing, because now that I'm in front of the group, I don't have a place to sing.
I was wondering.
The other side of that is I have a youth choir and a kids choir that I started.
In
10 years
conjunction?
Oh, yeah.
In conjunction with the
well, I
book?
just started doing them, as a community-based group through Pacific Music Guild, and then we would just perform on the same
Gotcha.
time, same venue as the adult chorale. And I think I've done that now for at least 8 years, maybe maybe 10. I don't know.
What are the
That's like
ages?
And so the kids choir, I just started. Kids choir is relatively new. I started it a few years ago when my granddaughter hit 8, and she couldn't audition for the other group yet, which is 10-year-olds and up. So what did I do? I started another group. So now I have.
Oh, that's why.
So I did a kids group for 8, 9, and 10-year-olds, and then youth choir is 10 and up.
Okay.
And from kids all over the county.
Yeah.
Typically, we have some Brookings kids in there as well. But
Yeah, I was
So
wondering,
that's been kind of fun.
what's it been like juggling 3 choirs every week?
It's demanding.
Yeah.
It's 2 Monday nights and Wednesday nights every week,
Yeah.
and just a lot of music on my plate.
Yeah.
And not to mention, I have this doggone day job that gets totally.
Yeah, that gets in the way of it. You
I
were
gotta
you
keep
were
that going.
You were part of the youth choir?
Yes, for a bit, yeah. That was fun. Because I was in madrigals in high school, too. So I got to do lots of singing.
Yeah, she was singing a lot then.
Yeah.
I was. I'm still singing.
So now I'm running all three of
Yeah.
them. All 3 of them are performing this coming weekend.
Yeah.
Friday night and Saturday afternoon.
Let's
So
let's get
come
that
see
information in too, because we got to hit that several times.
Oh,
When are the
yeah, yeah.
performances happening?
What's that?
When are the performances
Oh, when
happening?
are they happening?
Friday night.
Performance Friday night. This is at Crescent Elk Auditorium. Friday night at 7.
Yeah.
Doors open at 6:30. Saturday at 3. Doors open at 2:30. So
Cost?
come on and
Go.
catch us if you can. Tickets are $15, I think, for adults, 10 for seniors and kids, and I believe it's kids under
5
5 or
are free.
I think are under 5 or
Yeah,
free. Okay,
yeah.
I was thinking it was under 10, but that you just think you're right.
Sometimes are tickets available beforehand at like Del Norte Office Supply or
Yeah,
anything
thanks,
like that?
Paul. Tickets are available right now at Del Norte Office Supply, or if you're in Brookings at Wright's Custom Framing in
Right on.
Brookings.
Cool.
So we're gearing up for Friday night. I just had my last rehearsal with kids choir, youth choir last night. We
yeah.
practiced at Crescent Elk on Mondays, and they got through everything twice in one rehearsal. So I'm pretty excited
Right
about
on.
that.
That's a good feeling.
Oh, that's going good. The kids choir's down a little bit. There's just 7 kids in there, but man, they are
really?
holding their own. I mean, those 7 kids are sharp.
Man, right
Singing
on.
in 2 parts and doing some parts and splits and stuff. So that's been really fun. Every kid in that group has a little solo spot
Oh,
too.
that's nice.
So I was
Dope.
able to kind of work that in between their songs.
Wow, right on. That's cool.
They're doing
Are
some
the-
Broadway stuff.
Are there any kids in the youth choir that are aging out?
Always.
Recently? Oh, always?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I always have some that are, as they get older, they get to high school, they start getting too busy and they're doing other music as well.
Oh, yeah,
So,
that's
yeah, they are kind of
Oh.
always some that turn over.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure I'll lose some in the fall.
Oh,
you
that's
know,
so
from
sad.
that.
So sad. That's why I should plug now. If you're a young adult, you should please come to the North Coast Chorale. It'd be very fun. It's very fun.
I will always tell people it's the funnest group you could ever do on a Wednesday night.
It is.
And stay out of trouble. I mean,
How can
Yeah.
people get involved? Who do they contact? How do they? What are they?
Well, you can go to the PacificMusicGuild.org. That's our website.
Okay.
And they'll have information and kind of registration papers. You can certainly call me at 707-218-1620, and I will get you set up to register.
Right on.
Okay. Tina Suzuki usually handles the registration
cool.
paperwork and whatnot. But we'll make sure you get it sent. Give me your email, and off we go from there. We also sign people up at the concert too. There's a sign up form to leave us
Recruit.
your email, and we'll send you the info.
Oh, right on. Okay, cool.
So pretty easy.
So the
somebody out there knows somebody that's in this crowd.
Right,
right,
It's about
right.
60 people, so
Yeah.
that's a good chunk of.
And the younger
City.
choirs are singing Broadway tunes as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of a mixture, a little bit. So this show is kind of like Broadway and before, so classics before Broadway and
Yeah.
up to, and a little bit of current stuff. I mean, Wicked is a movie that's been out.
Yeah, okay,
We're doing
okay,
we're doing
yeah.
a Wicked medley, so that's old Broadway, new movie, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But then we're also doing some classical, kind of older classical pieces in the chorale group as well. And the kids are doing, the little kids are doing a thing from Annie, Hard Knock Life, and Lion King.
Oh, okay. Nice.
And then they've got another really, really pretty little piece just called Curiosity, just kind of a classic kids piece.
Right on.
That's fun.
And youth choir is doing some show tunes as well. They're doing they're doing Blackbird, the Beatles
That's a
classic,
classic.
and with Ross Morgan on guitar. That's been kind of fun to put
nice.
together.
Oh, right on.
So it'll have a little acoustic sound to it. Oh, blank. They're doing a movie piece. It's a TV show piece theme called Little Voice. And it's a Sarah Bareilles tune.
Okay.
A lot of people, you may know Sarah Bareilles. She grew up in this area. In this
Right, yeah.
Big time. So that's another piece they're doing. And then what is there? Doing some blanking out. I have so much music in my head
it's
right
okay.
now.
Yeah,
I'm
here.
blanking out. I should have
Recite it all for us. Right, boom, boom,
Well, they're
boom.
also doing a spiritual piece, too, called Children Go Where I Send Thee.
Oh, wow.
So that kind of kicks in with the adult group because we're doing a couple of spirituals there as well.
Cool.
Kind of.
And do you pick all the music, or do you get like Tina or Kathleen's?
I always get input, from people whether I want it or not.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Usually, I get suggestions. But no, I pick all the music. I wish I could pick it all right the first time.
Right.
I always tell everybody I've been in a million choirs, and even the ones I directed, not all the songs I picked were right.
No,
Sometimes you get there and you're like, well, maybe that was right.
Yeah.
That was the right piece. But.
Like we're doing one from Red, the finale B song. That's a good one.
Yeah.
We're
doing a bunch of kind of barn busters in the chorale, I would say. Big, there's not a lot of subtle, quiet music. There's a little bit, right?
Not this season.
A lot of big barn burners, kind of anthems, going on from Rent, from Les Mis.
Oh, yeah.
There's a piece there from
Those big, like, what, third act songs,
yeah.
right?
Oh,
yeah.
You're either right before the, start of the third act or kind of toward the end of the show. Right. You put in the big fat number. And then we're doing a medley from Wicked, which I picked. There's a really nice medley that gives you a big, kind of the whole story in a nutshell. Gives you the opening, gives you the middle where she's going to go to Emerald City, and then it closes with For Good, and it kind of folds into Defying Gravity for a little bit.
Wow.
I think that was a good choice because the movie came out.
Yeah.
Everyone's interested in Wicked right now.
Yeah, and it's fun. Great music.
Yeah. Is there any piece that's your favorite this season?
Well, that's funny.
Or any other favorite?
This is me telling on myself a little bit. There's a piece that the kids' youth choir does. It's the piece I mentioned, Little Voice by Sarah Bareilles. I love the song. I love what it says. Yeah. It's all about, kind of listening to that little insecurity inside of yourself, and making something out of it. Because sometimes that little voice is telling you the biggest thing in your life that you need to know. So it's very interpersonal, and they sing it very well, I think. It's a neat style for them, different style for them to sing in. It's got a little bit of a jazz bent to it, I would say, kind of a pop jazz bent. So that's kind of one of my favorites for the kids and youth choir groups. The kids, like I said, the little guys, they do Hard Knock Life like you've never seen it. I never know quite how it's going to go. Like there's hand motions, gestures, the occasional falling on the floor. Anything can happen to that song. They do get really into it.
I love when they dance. The little ones dance. It's so fun.
And then one little piece that I'll throw out is we're doing a piece by Jason Mraz, which you've heard probably. I mean, on the radio, it's pretty common. 93 Million Miles. It's a sweet little ballad, right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, it was rearranged by a woman that we've sung in the past named Susan LaBar into kind of a slow ballad and mixed with Home Sweet Home, and this just really neat little intermix of woven melodies, kind of, so to speak, in the second half that really comes out with just a nice homey feeling and a good positive vibe that certainly makes you realize, maybe so at the little perspective, we're just, we're caught in the moment of history that we're in right now, which is a little chaotic. I think a lot of us are feeling that. And this just has a really nice, sweet vibe about it. Just, it'll be okay. Give it a little distance, give it a little time.
Wow, that's a good message to spread. That's great.
Yeah, you always have a message. I like that.
This is true. Yeah. This concert's really about kind of spring and renewal and revamping. Wow. Revamping, building over kind of thing. So
right on.
What else let's see. What else do I get?
You got to come Friday night.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
7 o'clock. And Saturday at 3, and you can hear all the goodies.
There you go. I get them mixed up because I'm in it. We have call time, and that's different from regular time. Let's see.
What are you singing in it?
What
do you sing? Do you sing anything special? Do you have any solos happening?
No. I tried, but I didn't get it. That's okay.
All right. What's your
She
favorite?
did very well.
Oh, thank you.
What's your favorite
I like
song?
the 93 Million Miles. Let's see. What else? I'm also in it's called the Redwood Chamber Singers now. It used to be the barbershop choir.
Oh, right, okay.
But now, like, men and women could be in it.
Mm-hmm.
And we're singing this other sweet piece called A New Day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that one. It's a good one. I like all the sweet pieces.
Yeah.
And also, I like in our choir, there's like the pieces everybody knows that are it's easy to sing, and then you get challenged with the art songs and with the Latin and stuff.
Right, yeah.
So it's a good mix.
Yeah.
And with the in between with the beautiful stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that.
Nice
Right
to hear.
on.
We do have a section this time that is in Latin.
Yes.
2 classical pieces from Schubert, a mass by Schubert, and a piece called it's called Agnus Dei, but it was originally called Adagio for Strings by Samuel Barber.
Mm-hmm.
Barber is a contemporary composer. Died
No, that was
mid-century.
that was in Platoon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no,
Been
I've
used
heard
in
that
a lot
before.
of movies.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
beautiful. It's a beautiful string piece as well, but then it was transcribed for voices.
Wow.
And set to the text for Agnus Dei,
Hey, that's
which is a movement from the Mass.
Oh, my God.
And basically asking for mercy. Agnus Dei is grant us mercy.
yeah.
So neat piece, tough piece.
Yeah, I bet.
And very,
Lots of gravitas in
demanding
that.
and a
Yeah.
lot of weight, and some really.
It would not be
beautiful
one of
sounds in
your
there.
favorite sweet pieces, right?
Yeah. I get up there. That's why it's hard. So I go up to G above the line.
Oh, my
a
God.
couple
Oh, wow. All
times.
right. All right.
That's high notes.
I guess
And
I don't
it's got
mind.
some complex sound chords going on. You
yeah.
know,
Yeah.
So
Wow. Oh, that sounds
Neat piece,
interesting.
though.
Yeah.
We're also doing one about mercy called Kyrie.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Kyrie
yeah.
is about mercy, and then another Gloria,
Uh-huh.
different Gloria that you might have heard before.
Yeah, not the GOLR. GLORA.
yeah. We'll do that next time.
Oh, we are doing like a kind of Baptist gospel song too.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Cause I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
Oh, right
Yes.
Yes.
I sing because I'm happy.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Okay.
So there's 2 kind of gospel. Well, I don't know if I'd call that second one gospel.
Oh, really?
There's 2. The other one's based on the hymn "Keep Your
Yeah.
Lamps Trimmed and Burning,"
Oh,
but it's
yes.
kind of it's kind of got an African American
Yeah.
feel to it, I guess you'd say. It's a little different, kind of contemporary arrangement of that piece
Yeah.
with some drum in it and
Christy Lynn will play the drums.
Some
Oh,
neat,
sweet.
neat little.
Christy Lynn plays
Unique
everything.
piece.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah,
right? She
yeah.
does. Well, all right.
Sure.
That's anything else you want to say about the music?
2
done?
things I would say is come sing with us. You
Yeah.
will just enjoy what it does to your life. I think it adds so much positivity to your life. It's a great way to give back to your community and to yourself at the same time. I think people think choirs, sometimes you think, oh, I'm going to choir just because I love to sing, but it's also a way in which we give back to our community and help build the arts and just, the humanities in our town. Us, Tanaka, the symphony, all of those things that make this little isolated corner of the world a little more tolerable, let's say. Make us remember to enjoy what we have.
And you said something earlier about wanting to mention the symphony too, right?
Oh, the symphony. Oh, yeah. Well, the symphony is playing on Sunday.
I think it's a matinee.
It's about like 3:30, I
it's
think.
2 or 3.
2 or 3:30
Uh-huh.
at the auditorium, Crescent Elk
place, yeah.
Auditorium. And then Monday they're gonna play at the Trinity Lutheran Church in Brookings.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So and they're doing music from Star Trek, I think, Lord of the Rings,
Wow.
Apollo 13, a bunch of movie music.
Oh, man.
Plus
It's space
the-
movie music specifically? It sounds
I don't know
like.
if it's space specific. But
Uh-huh.
There is that in there. It's run by Dan Sedgwick,
Mm-hmm.
high school director, and but they're also the main thing is the Wallace and Gromit, the Wrong Trousers. They're gonna probably play the movie, and the orchestra will play the music.
And that's Sunday?
That's
Sunday.
both days, Sunday and Monday.
Sunday and Monday.
Sunday
both times,
here
like
in
both
Crescent
places.
City
And
and
then
Monday
Monday
at
up in
Brookings.
Brookings.
We're Friday, Saturday. They're Sunday,
It's
Monday.
quite a weekend for the humanities.
Oh, and a shout
for the
out
arts.
to
Yeah.
Katie Pena and the dance program.
Oh,
Those
them
guys
too?
gave us. They are on stage all week prepping for their show, which will go next week.
Oh,
Oh,
my
wow,
goodness.
okay.
And boy, they do a great job. I mean,
Yeah.
those kids really put out the work for her, and
Yeah.
she does for them as well. So, come see that if you can as
Yeah.
well.
week full of arts.
Right. That sounds wonderful. I guess that's a spring thing.
School
Is that a time of
concerts
year
coming
sort of
on,
thing?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So all kinds of that stuff
Cool.
going on.
Right.
So as we're wrapping up, thank you so much for coming. I guess lastly, unless there's anything else you want to say, are there any big plans for the choirs? Or do you
Well,
anything to expect?
once all of you listening join us,
Yeah.
Then we can make big
then we'll
plans.
go for it. No, we'll start again in August for the fall. So get signed up for that, okay? And if you need info, like I said, contact myself or contact us at the concert. And it would be great to have some new folks join.
Yes.
So in the fall, we'll prep for a December concert. I don't have all that music picked yet by any means, but that's where we're headed. And then hopefully, I think that group will do another tour of some sort. We haven't done one in a few years.
Oh,
so
wow.
We've
Okay.
gone to Europe a few times. I don't know if we'll go that far this time because the price to get to Europe is like
It's a little,
insane right now. So we'll
Maybe
see
Canada?
how
No, never
that
mind.
goes. Maybe they may not want us, but we might have to.
Sing at the border. Huh?
Yeah, go stand at the fence.
Friday night, 7 o'clock, Crescent Elk Auditorium, and then again Sunday at 3 o'clock,
Saturday.
same place.
Saturday.
Friday night, and then Saturday night,
Yeah.
and then Sunday night.
For the
It's the symphony happening in the same place. But the North Coast Chorale, Friday night at 7, and then Saturday at 3 o'clock. And wow. Anything else?
Anything else?
I think we're
Yeah.
good.
All
Thanks
right.
thanks so much for having me on,
Thank
and
you. Yeah.
look forward to it.
We
So,
recorded this. We'll get
you
it on
there.
the socials and get it out there for folks to listen to.
Great.
Well, thank
Hopefully, like I said, fill those seats, those new
Fill it up.
fancy seats.
Come on down.
Yep. Bring a friend.
Right
Yeah.
on. Thank you very much.
Thank
Greg.
you,
Thank you.
Greg.